All right, this is Frog Snack. I'm coming to you live, or not live, pre-recorded, with another rant, and this one is a little bit touchy of a subject, but I think it's one of those things that should not be avoided. And the question is this. Does The Sims 3 encourage paganism? You have a lot of traits and a lot of supernatural, Sims and things that could go either way, but the amount of ways in which your sim could go completely awry of what their calling could be in life. The fact that you could have a sim that would be called to do something greater than themselves, that would be a really cool lifetime wish to have. And it's not the sort of thing that you ever really see in the game. So, why is a game that's critically acclaimed and just so well made, well, I say that, but after all of the updates and the patches, mind you, why is a game that so thoroughly analyzes every aspect of life and seeks to create it for the people that play it, as so that you can actually really be yourself? Why do they ignore religion? They completely ignored it as an option. Now, I know that there was a version in Sims Medieval, which I did not play, and you start with like agnostic and you have to decide where you believe. That's all well and good, but in The Sims 3, the game, they have... for example, they have graveyards and they have a mausoleum, but they don't really talk about the fact that the mausoleum is usually a part of a church, They have them now standalone, but it always traditionally was something that was on church grounds, was a family cemetery, or the church had the cemetery. And I think that would be a really cool option, is to just have churches that are made in the game that are places that your Sims could get married at, that they could really go pomp and circumstance, Maybe you donate money to the church and then you can get married there or something. Just even as the lot, the fact that they overlook it, but they make sure that they have a fortune teller's, a little fortune teller's hut, or what do they call it? It's like a little trailer. That's the weirdest thing ever. And then, if you get supernatural, you have the ability to go become a fortune teller, but you can't go become a priest or a nun, which I think would be kind of cool. If you had Sims that gave up on love, that they could go to a convent, become a nun, I think that would be kind of cool too. I'd like to play with that side of it. And I don't know that you have to talk about God and the devil and be very specific, but you could offer the Sims a chance to really experience religion. And I think that would be a very enriching part of the game. Again, not playing Medieval, not knowing exactly what was in there, but knowing that I want my Sims to believe in something greater than themselves. You're talking about a game where you are the creator of all of the Sims in your game, or somebody created them, and they concern themselves with aliens. They concern themselves with fairies, with going to school, they ignore you as the creator, which I think is an ironic parody to our real lives now. I do believe that there's a creator, but I think it's very ironic that in a game in which there's a clear creator, the Sims don't know you even exist. So is that weird to you? Do you think that's appropriate? I don't know. Maybe that would break the fourth wall and ruin the magic of the game. But if something needs to have magic, then why can't it have God too? I just think it would be a nod to honest life to have something that was a little bit more holy in a game, where you could actually kind of play with all of the things that are expected of, and people that have religious families, you might understand this. Even different kinds of religions, those people behave differently, and that would be really cool to explore, to have the options for your Sims to have different genuine religions that could be similar to the ones today. Now, I know what I'm saying would be really easy for people to be offended, and I think people like being offended, and so they have to make games that overreachingly appeal to every single person. But you know what? I don't want to have my Sims falling in love with members of the same sex. I don't agree with that. That goes against my religion, so I don't play that part of the game, but it's in there. So regardless of what I believe, they put the opposite of my belief in the game regardless. So why can't they put religion in there? And then if people don't want to play with that kind of part of the game, then they don't have to. It's like an expansion. There could be a religion expansion, which I would buy in a heartbeat. There are some things that appeal to most people, like seasons. There should be weather in your game. Or people that don't like fairies and witches don't have to get supernatural, or they don't have to get the, was witches a different expansion? I think that was supernatural for Sims 3. So, but I have supernatural and I don't mind playing it. I don't really play with witches because I don't care for them, but why don't I have the opposite? I can't play with priests and nuns. I think that would be really cool if they could actually heal the sick, pray for people, make their lives better, give money to the poor. If your sim was poor, why can't the church help them? It would be amazing as a community service alone to have a church in The Sims 3. So to overlook it, it's kind of silliness. So please sound off on this. Let me know what you think. And bring your opinion down to bear on me. I can handle it. I'd love to hear what you have to say. So again, this is Frog Snack. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to sign off.